Well, hello, everybody. That is the closing bell. So, today has been a heck of a day. Very, 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 very strong up day. So I am Jonathan van Clute for Stock Navigators. And before I jump into our afternoon post-market analysis, just a reminder to please subscribe if you like these videos. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you'd like to see more of, what you'd like to see us do differently, anything we can do to help make these more useful for you. Let us know. And be sure to hit that little alarm bell if you want to get notifications of when I'm going live in the mornings and afternoons. So with that, let's take a look at what happened today. Today was just a hugely up day. It was kind of a tough day, really, because if you were waiting for a pullback to get in, well, you just basically never got it. It really didn't happen. So today was just nothing but up right out of the gate. And interestingly, where did it go up to? Well, it has gone right up to the sell zone, flirting with it right now, just a little bit below it, and right to this Fibonacci retrace area that I had highlighted earlier. So we are right in that zone. But if it can hop over this sell zone, then we are establishing a trend reversal, and we are looking to truly reverse to the upside. I use my pen for that. So we just got to get over this. So if we can get over that, I typically get over it and come back and hold and then go up. If we can get something like that, then there is a definite trend reversal happening, and we are looking to go to the upside. On the other hand, if this area holds as resistance, then we are admittedly barely, but we are establishing a continued pattern of lower lows and lower highs. So at that point, it could go down, and then maybe it sets a higher low here, or maybe it breaks this low here and continues downward. So that is just the typical situation that we're looking at. We're waiting to see what it's going to want to do. Is it going to want to burst through this sell zone, or is it going to want to come back and test this buy zone again, perhaps? So today was tough. At least I found it tough because I was waiting for that pullback that just never came. And good day to be long, though. If you were the type to jump in straight out of the gate on the open, you did very, very well today. So we are flashing all kinds of magenta right now, though. On the Navigator, 60-minute is just saying that we are extremely, extremely overbought. And it is definitely wanting to take a breather here, which is not surprising since we're coming up right on that sell zone. 21 EMA on the daily is kind of hooking up. So it's looking positive there. Obviously, on the 60-minute, it's already very positive. So that was our ES for the day. The bulls absolutely in solid control. Now, taking a peek at Crude, well, Crude is is having a hard time getting out of this zone that it's stuck in. It's stuck in this buy zone here, and right now, I mean, you can see on the 60-minute, it is right at the bottom of the zone. But it hasn't been able to really push down below it. So it hasn't broken to the downside, hasn't broken to the upside. It's just kind of hanging out right now. The 60-minute trend clearly is down. We've got the pattern of lower lows and lower highs, and the 21 EMA obviously is pointing downwards as well. We're below the descending trend line, and we are sandwiched between the buy zone here and the sell zone up here. It is hugging to the downside, though. So right now it does seem that there is more downwards pressure than anything. Navigator is red, has crossed the zero line and gone red on the 60. So that is potentially bearish. But on the other hand, don't overlook the fact that we have a divergent navigator. The navigator is setting higher lows while the price sets lower lows. So it really could go either way at this point. Not a real clear-cut direction yet, trade entry, or anything like that. If you are definitively bullish on Crude, then you could see about doing a long entry with your stop, somewhere just below these lows here and outside the buy zone. But you've got to just really be a passionate bull about Crude to do that, because technically we are absolutely still in a downtrend. So you would be stepping in front of the prevailing trend and trying to go counter trend. So you just need to be aware of that before you jump in front of the freight train, that type of thing. Taking a look at gold. Come on. Trade station's being fussy. There we go. So same exact thing. I mean, we just had another just nothing day. Didn't really establish anything, just chopping around, kind of going nowhere. Um, if you're a gold trader, unless you're an intraday scalper, you're feeling kind of frustrated right now because it just doesn't want to go anywhere. It's just stuck in here. So right now, that story has not changed. There's nothing new in gold. We're still stuck. Not only are we stuck in this congestion area here, but we're also stuck in this channel. So gold is really just all around stuck. On the shorter term, it does kind of seem like it's wanting to get lower. We're getting, it's sort of trying to establish some kind of a downtrend, but it's not really there. It isn't really there. It's just sort of trying, but it's just kind of messy right now. Gold is really a messy market at the moment, just really heading sideways. So nothing clear cut. Who's in control? It's very much just stuck in the middle, and the bulls and the bears are battling it out to see who can actually gain control and hang on to it for a while. Bitcoin, just same old thing. It's going sideways after repeating another thrust to the upside. So it's just that same pattern. Yeah, thrust, sideways, thrust, sideways, thrust, sideways. So that's what we have. Nothing really new to report there. It's just doing the same thing it's been doing. So. And finally, rounding out with natural gas is also just continuing what I talked about this morning. It's just stuck between these two zones. So nothing real clear cut yet, unless you want to be really aggressive. You could take a short trade and put your stop right outside there, or you could wait for it to get down closer to this buy zone down here, take a long trade, put your stop down there. But you're really just speculating at that point. There is no clear trend direction. We are kind of stuck in this channel here, very, very tight range, just bouncing around in there. So Navigator, however, is trying to cross the zero line to the downside. So, I mean, you can see Navigator has just given off an awful lot from this high back here. So while trend is holding up, Navigator is getting weaker, 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 which certainly suggests anyway on a 60-minute timeline that we could in the near term see some downside for natural gas, but that nothing is confirmed yet. There is no solid anything in natural gas right now. So if you want to be really aggressive, you can, but otherwise you're in a wait and see situation, and you're waiting for it either to bust through this sell zone to the top and run, or bust through this buy zone to the bottom and run, and potentially test the other buy zone down below that. So no clear no clear idea what's going on in natural gas right now, and obviously there's this big gap to fill as well. So keep an eye on that. That also can act as quite a bit of support, unless it can actually get down into there. And if it's got enough selling pressure, then obviously it can close that gap. So might want to watch for that as well. That's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else to say about the markets today. The market, the S&P, is just continuing to push upwards, just getting more and more and more overbought. So not a point where I would want to be considering a long, at least. So until tomorrow, that is it for me today. Now, just again, a reminder that this week we are going to be doing every day. I'll be here every morning and afternoon, just like I have been. But starting next week, we're going to change it up a little bit, and we're going to go to twice a week and just kind of see how that feels. We're going to do Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it'll be the same morning and afternoon, but it'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays only. So I will not be doing these broadcasts Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we're just going to experiment with the format a little bit and see how that works for everybody. If you've got any opinion on that, any feedback, any comments, anything like that, please do leave them below on the video. And we would love to hear from you and take all your feedback very seriously. So with that, I am Jonathan van Clute for Stock Navigators. And I guess until tomorrow morning at the next market open, unless you're the type to want to trade the evening or night sessions, good trading, everybody. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.